I bet you I could combine the old to the new, and it still come out fire.
Hey guys, this is Sam, and today I'll take you on a behind the scene for one of my clients' music video. One day he just called me and told me, hey Sam, I don't have a good budget for a music video, and I want to shoot a video in Selma downtown, and on a very low budget. Yeah, you can go ahead. Yeah. Let's do this. Let me look at the sun. I think it's good. Let's do this. Let him come this way. I like the flags.
All right.
The flags are adding some color.
All right. Well, I'll sit by the ArtHood flag then.
Yeah, right there. And I'll be on the other side. He's actually one of those clients that I use to really advertise myself. I'm not so big in music videos, you know. I've only done a couple. Yeah, but this time round, I decided, let's do this music video on this very low budget. That's good. What we were trying to achieve is just not so much of a storyline, but then at least tell people using the video that we are talking about the old to the new. ArtHood is trying to tell people, I'm king, I can do this from the old and I can do this to the new,
Many times I gotta prove it art in the mood. I eat humans like food. Just street is just the jungle. Your flesh will crumble up in my teeth. It's killer bee kill. What's speed, baby, when I'm rolling that leaf? And art start the chief, full master.
Red is in my eyes, woman and man, I gotta get them guys. Hoes from poking you up in the air. Run earthlings, run with mud sphere. Dirt drag.
Let's go. Good. Perfect. And so the only thing I could think that was cheap and actually that was not expensive, actually free, was just making the first part of the video black and white, and then the second part of the video, add some color to it. If you pay attention, you'll notice that on the first verse that is representing the old is actually ArtHood is actually dressed in this suit that and this hat that represents the old school. Let's go. Yeah, so we have another place to go to. You want Selma to be featured in the video?
That's right. You can do it?
We're doing good. I made sure that we shot the video during sunset when the sun is not up there, so I didn't need any density filters. I didn't need any any lighting to kind of supplement the shadows and all that. I went and just did the video without the lighting. The sunset can actually help you with lighting overall. And what I also did, because I did not want to block any street and pay money to the county to tell them, hey, we are doing a music video here, what we did is we made sure that we shot on a Sunday in downtown Selma, where and on Sundays. Why on Sundays? Sundays is when people are going to church. No shops are open, especially during the COVID season. No one was really open, so the streets were empty and there was not much traffic, and no one was trying to bother anybody. I only saw one state trooper passing through, did not even pay attention to us.
Baby, when I roll in that leaf and all start the chief from Bullmaster, red is in my eyes, woman and man, I gotta kiss that guy. Whole song poking you up in the air, run earthlands, run with must fear, dirt drag, now you face that.
Yeah, most of the time I shot at around f-stop 4 to 5, and at one point I did 2.8 on a Fuji X-T3, and my lens was actually the 16 to 55 millimeter Fuji X mount, 2.8 all the way. So it's quite an expensive lens, but I already have it, so I did not have to rent. I was using manual focus, so I will just set up my focus point, and if I'm moving with the camera, if I'm the one moving, I will place myself whereby if I move, the shot gets in focus at the exact point where I want the shot to be. So always shooting manual, unless you have a focus puller, which also means a bigger budget, so try to stay on manual most of the time, and of course use a higher f-stop number so that you can have a larger area that is in focus. If you're shooting manual and without a focus puller, it can be really tough sometimes when the subject is moving around and you're shooting at maybe 1.8 f-stop, and with the 1.8 f-stop, there is so much shallow depth of field, so it's really hard to keep the subject in focus, especially when they are moving too much.
Bringing the old to the new. I'm bringing the old to the new. I'm bringing the old to the new. I'm bringing the old to the new. I used to fuss out, cuss out, punch out.
And as you all know, the Fuji X-T3 does not have an internal stabilizer, and also the lens, and I don't know why, the lens that is about almost over $1,000 is the 16 to 55. They did not give us the internal stabilizer for the lens, so for stabilization I totally depended on my gimbal, which is the Zhiyun S3 crane,
That's my friend, this time I'm about to go in. Ballin' star trophy right just like Uncle Ben. Pose the clothes off the soul, cause I know you're cold. Untie her cold, reload. Since J-Ro, it is what it is. That's word to my kids. One strike, two strike, and three, he won't live, huh? I'm bringing the old to the new. I'm bringing the old to the new. I'm bringing the old to the new. I'm bringing the old to the new.
Most of the time I was on ISO 400, and sometimes at ISO 650, because I was trying to make sure I use the right shutter speed all the time. As you all know, whenever you're shooting a video, if you're shooting 60 frames per second, you need to make sure your shutter speed is twice the number of the frames you're shooting at. Yeah, and I shot on f-log. Always shoot on the log of the camera you have. If you have a Canon, try as much as possible to shoot on C-log. If it's a Lumix, I usually use my Lumix on some videos too, and I usually make sure I'm on the vlog. I think, yeah, vlog. But on this Fuji music video, I kinda stuck on my vlog most of the time. Another thing you have to be careful with is always be careful about your surrounding. You know, you still, even if it's a Sunday and people at home and the whole place is closed, you have a few people driving around, a few people walking around, and you know, if they see you, you kind of take their attention. So it's really up to you to make sure that your whole crew is safe. It's up to you to make sure that anyone doing anything around there is safe, because you're the director, you're the producer when you're doing things on a budget. You know, I was the producer, I was the DP, I was the everything. I had to make sure everyone is safe. I had to make sure we have parked our cars at the right place. My fiance was making sure that we've locked our vehicle all the time. And you know, yeah, just make sure you're safe and pay attention to everything around you. Sometimes you might be in the wrong place at the wrong time. Make sure where you are is a place where you are allowed to shoot too. That way you don't end up in trouble. And the intro to this video was one thing that I wanted to be really catchy and, you know, to be also like a punchline. Because whenever you don't have a storyline on a music video, make sure that you impress people with something. And you know, mine was the intro, the slow-mo introduction of the whole video. It was all slow motion, and it started off with the red car with the guys coming to be part of the video, and ArtHood was seated on a chair next to his SUV. And you know, the intro came in too of the song. And you know, the introduction of ArtHood itself was phenomenal actually. He loved it, and the other guys loved it. Yeah, always try to come up with a punchline, you know, that will actually make the viewer be like, wow, this looks like a good video, you know, and it keeps them watching. And the whole song is very short. It's not so long, so by the time they're like, wow, what next, you've just dropped another scenario and another one and another one. By the time they know it, the song is over and they are actually loving it. So yeah, that's how we shot this video. And yeah, I would like to, you know, to give thanks to ArtHood, the musician himself, the rapper, for actually giving me the opportunity to shoot so many of his music videos. And you know, check him out on the ArtHood YouTube channel. The link is below, you know, and he has more music, and he has more music that's coming up. And I also want to thank Mizizi Foods for always giving us the best food in town in Raleigh, North Carolina, and spices. You know, if you need any spices, if you need any chapatis, if you want to go international, yeah, and you want some food, you want some catering, some nice bites, if you want samosas, you know, go to Mizizi Foods on Facebook and throw Mercy a message, and she will take care of you. So Mizizi Foods, thank you for actually being part of our community and doing a good job. Appreciate you. And guys, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you again once I come up with the next video. Thank you.